Coming to you from the studios at the Illinois Rock and Roll Museum on Route 66, it's the Rock and Roll Chicago podcast.
Rock and roll Chicago, rock and roll Chicago, my hometown. Well, I was born in the city, gonna rock the city, Chicago. Chicago rock and rollers are the best here around.
Hey everybody, it's Ray the Roadie.
And this is Hollywood Mike. Jittery Hollywood Mike.
Jittery?
Yeah.
Why are you jittery?
So did you see my post on Facebook?
Which one?
I found pokeweed in my garden.
I saw that.
In my yard.
I saw that.
And I was like, wow, this thing looks like a really cool plant. And there was 3 of them. And they were about 12 inches tall or something like that.
You can make some poke salad.
Yeah. Hence poke salad Annie. No, I did a deep dive to try and figure out what the heck it was because I started pulling that stuff out and getting rid of it and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started to get sick to my stomach.
Did you?
Yeah.
You didn't have gloves on.
No, I did. I had gloves on and the whole bit. And so,
Wow.
I was like, okay, this is weird. So then, the worst thing you can do is start Googling stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. WebMD.
Yeah. And you start in one of the symptoms, it
Yeah.
caused irritable bowel and the whole bit, but it passed. I think it was the Takis that I ate.
Oh, could be. Could be. That stuff's not supposed to be good for like dogs. So if you got a dog, you got to keep your dogs away from those things.
Yeah. No, you're not like pets and stuff like that, but birds absolutely love the berries.
Yeah.
And it doesn't affect the birds.
No, birds eat anything. I put out green bread and they eat it. They don't care.
Yeah. Yeah. When, everybody talks about how dangerous and poisonous this stuff is. Mm-hmm. So I downloaded this video and it was about a doctor whose father was an environmentalist and kind of lived off the grid. Mm-hmm. And he's talking about how, you don't want to touch this stuff because you can get the poison from the leaves, from the stem, from the root. It can absorb through your skin and the whole bit. And he's holding on to this. He's playing around with this plant with no gloves on and everything. And so that kind of made me relax a little bit, thinking to myself, okay, if he's rummaging through this plant like he's looking for tomatoes with no gloves on. So I'm thinking, okay,
well, did they say, are there any side effects of this plant?
Actually, there's 3 side effects.
There are 3 side effects, aren't they?
See what I did there?
Yeah.
See how we did that?
I see what you did there. I said it first.
Yeah, well, I started in with the pokeweed thing. That was bullshit. I didn't get sick or anything. I just figured we needed to have a segue.
Oh, okay. My God. That irritable bowel syndrome really scared me. I'm like, I hope he's not sick. Man.
So we have side effects here,
world.
everybody.
Right.
It is side effects.
Thank you very much.
So tell us about yourselves.
Well, we're a local band out of New Lenox.
I think I'm getting a nervous tick now.
That's the side effects of us.
Yeah. So playing the local bar scene, playing the VFW scene, the American Legion scene. We like to support the troops. That's about it.
And that
See you
is
guys
a
later.
scene. That is a scene. It's that has made a huge comeback. It's like nowadays you got to play the VFW.
Right.
You got to play the Moose. You got to play the Moose Lodge in Lockport. That's probably one of the best Moose Lodges around here, and that's what it is. Every band is playing those places now.
So
Can't avoid
Moose Lodge in Lockport. Look us up. Side effects.
Yeah, that's right. In Moose Lodge, we're looking for some sponsors. It doesn't have to be a monetary sponsor. We can trade advertisement, considering the fact that the Moose Lodge does some pretty fantastic things for the cities that they're in. So
that's right, they do.
Yeah, but so where else? The VFWs and all that other good stuff.
Yeah.
Fireman Ted's.
Oh yeah.
Played here. Actually, the Croatian Club. Speaking of clubs, Croatian Club is actually really, really cool. It's an older crowd there, but man, I just love to have a good time. That's the reason why people go there, is to dance and just have fun.
Yep. I've played it. It's a blast.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's really a lot of fun. So there, it's been a sort of our regulars, hasn't it? In our regular stops. Yeah, I've been those places. So
we're at Gusto's.
Yeah, Gusto's on Plainfield Road. Yeah.
It's a trippy place.
Yeah, and I just played there as well. Yeah, absolutely.
But I think it's warm in here. Man, play there in the summertime. Holy crap.
Yeah, no, it's warm in there.
But it's a good time. Those people, they really appreciate bands as well. And it's nice when they come up and tell you, man, you guys sound great and we appreciate you. Right. Wow. Okay, cool. Right. Yeah, we appreciate you.
And they have a lot of bands. Yeah. They have a lot of bands.
Yeah, they do.
It's how do I say this without sounding like I'm being negative? Because I definitely don't want to be. It is a small roadhouse type kind of a place. Mm-hmm. definitely has a Roadhouse vibe.
Yeah.
They've kind of redecorated a little bit over COVID. They kind of shut everything down a little bit and changed the flooring and the whole bit. I think they put up a wall over by where their video poker machines and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But the bands that play there are all local bands. You don't see big festival bands going there and playing. Yeah. And you see, just raw kick-ass music, and it's all kinds of music. It can be blues, it can be rock and roll, it can be pop, it could be whatever. I enjoy going there and seeing the bands that they have at Gusto's. I really do.
It's a cool place.
I like the patio they put out there. That's really nice.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, Gusto's, we're looking for sponsors. We just gave them a pretty nice plug.
No kidding.
Yeah. So, what do you guys do in the band? We didn't talk about that. Stu, are you guitar? What do you do?
I am Stu. I play drums. I sing.
Drums and sing.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yep.
At the same time.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
He's not bad either.
Yeah, good. And what do you do?
I'm Dan. I play guitar and I sing as well.
Okay.
And make noises. So
okay,
we'll drop a bunch of goofy sound bites while we're playing.
Right. So you must be the glockenspiel player then.
That's right. Yeah.
This is Gunter.
Ding dong, dude. Yeah, I'm Doug. I play the bass.
All right.
And I do background vocals.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you guys say that you're singing, you kind of like share the lead singing duties. That is what you do.
Yeah. Sometimes we harmonize. Sometimes we just double up vocals, and Dan and my vocals go together pretty well. So
yeah.
A lot of times we double up.
Okay.
Stu plays another instrument too.
What's that?
You have to tell us about it, Stu.
Well, we used to have a sax player in the band.
Okay.
And we did Rock and Roll Girls by Creedence Clearwater, or by, John Fogerty.
Yes. Oh, okay.
And
a song. I thought they did Rock and Roll Girls. I was like, that's the whole point of doing it.
Isn't that the reason to be a musician?
That's right.
Yeah. So we had the sax solo in there, and the sax player left. So we got a pair of duck lips that sound like a kazoo, and we play duck lips too. So
we just talked about that with the last band, and we were talking about they want to put a kazoo solo in one of their songs.
I actually bought a electric kazoo.
Yeah,
I did. Yeah, it does. It doesn't play the same as the duck lips though.
Okay,
the duck lips are just far superior.
It's like real, like duck lips, like real.
It's a pair of duck lips with a kazoo inside of it. Yeah,
and you've got to get comedy right there too with the duck lips,
right?
Instead of just a normal kazoo. So
right,
and we either get people doing this, looking at us
like
dumbly, like
what the hell is he
or
doing?
We get people going, these guys are nuts.
Yeah, these guys are stoned but Jesus and playing rock and roll.
Yeah, and they're not far off.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Right. So what's the style? What do you guys like? Classic rock?
Yeah, classic rock. We like to do it with like an edge. So a lot of classic rock bands, it seems like they're mellow because they're older dudes, right?
Right.
I mean,
hey, we're older dudes.
Yeah, we're older dudes, but we still played like we're in our 20s or 30s, aggressive, like, we got an aggressive sound. And people seem to respond to that because they're always telling us like, wow, I mean, I hear this song all the time, but the way you guys do it is just different. I was like, oh, thanks.
Yeah.
But and then we try to put like comedy into stuff. Him with the duck lips.
Okay. I thought he was going to say something else. I was like, we're seconds away from it. It's coming. I can feel it.
Uh-oh.
I'm not going to say what it is. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, go ahead.
But yeah, we got a sampler and we'll drop like sound bites stuff from Blazing Saddles, when Cleavon Little says, "Hey, where's all the white women?" We'll
That's one of the favorites.
Drop that. And people look around. Like,
that is.
I'm like, I don't know. I said, there's a couple over there, and there's one over there.
Oh, that's funny.
So stuff like that. Just just make it different.
Yeah. Oh, geez. I think I need to go out and see this show just for that right there. I'm going to hear
coming up on the 22nd. You can see all the duck lips you want, man. At Gusto's.
Yeah, Gusto's on the 22nd.
Okay. Excellent. Well, we made it through so far. All right. Excellent. So, when do you guys all get together? Because weren't you guys were all part of a different band at one point in time, within like the past few years or something?
Yeah, we were just a different name, Revival.
Okay.
Yeah. So, which the idea was CCR.
I thought I talked to you guys before.
Yeah.
Out the door.
Yeah.
Only one per customer.
Now it's coming back. Yeah. I'm going through a revival. Yeah. That's right.
Right.
You
Should have brought a snare drum and a cymbal.
So it was the three of you, same guys, you just changed your name.
Right.
Okay. Gotcha.
Getting a lot of weird. I wouldn't call it backlash, but a lot of weird questions. These guys were getting. Are you guys a Christian band? And it was like, well, no, we're not a Christian band at all. And I thought it was pretty obvious. Revival, CCR, Creedence Clearwater Revival, but
right.
Apparently not. And also, I was having a tough time booking the band. Nobody seemed to want a CCR cover band.
Right.
So
right.
It's like, yeah, we'll just change the name and go back down the road.
You know, that seems like that would have worked.
It seems like it should have.
Yeah. You know, and I've noticed that whenever I come across a Creedence, like tribute band, they always do something with a play on words.
Right.
You have to play on the actual name, Creedence Clearwater Revival, whereas other people will choose like an album cover or a song name or something like that. There's Creedence Clearwater Revisited, and then there's a Muddy Water Revival I have heard of before and the whole bit. But yeah, that's interesting that didn't take off for you, because I love Creedence Clearwater Revival.
We still do the songs. We just not called Revival anymore.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So we're actually going to put Dan in the blonde Dutch boy wig too. And,
yeah.
So if it's piqued anybody's curiosity out there in the listening world, it's episode 60.
Episode 60 was Revival.
That's right.
So if you're still doing the Creedence songs, what's different about the music selection?
We added a lot of classic rock and roll, a lot of Tom Petty. Cougar.
Right.
And/or Mellencamp.
Right.
Some Bob Seger. Just a lot of, just spread it out a little more.
Right. So, not to harp on Revival anymore, but did you find it hard to fill an entire night of music with just the Creedence songs, or did you still have to supplement?
Well, we did supplement. I mean, we were actually just full Creedence,
Gotcha.
But
it was Creedence.
We're probably like a set, right?
We probably had about almost 2 sets of Creedence stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
We did a lot of deep stuff too, and Tombstone Shadow, things like that.
Oh yeah.
The funny thing is, we're talking about Revival an awful lot, but the funny thing is that people don't realize how much Creedence Clearwater Revival tunes they love.
Right.
They don't even realize it. It's like, and Fogerty, and they don't realize how many are out there, and you start naming them off and they go, oh yeah, I like that. You're 37 songs down the line and they're like, oh yeah, I like that one too. So it's just, I always found it funny that it never floated.
Right. So have you found that since you've made the format switch, that there's other music that you actually enjoy playing more than the Creedence stuff that you were focused on?
I found out that, believe it or not, I do a semi-okay Bon Scott.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I gotta hear that.
Yeah, he does it good. He does it justice. So it's kind of funny.
I didn't think I ever could, but so I found out that what were we doing?
And
a whole lot of Rosie.
I got pissed at him because you're holding out on us, dude.
Wow.
We could have been doing some old AC/DC like a while ago.
Yeah.
So you've incorporated that into the set list now.
Yeah. So we do a whole lot of Rosie.
You do a whole lot of
Highway
Rosie.
to Hell.
Wow.
Girls Got Rhythm. Yeah.
So
the Dirty Deeds. Actually, we haven't done that out live yet, but stuff like that. It actually sounds pretty good.
That's worth the price of admission right there. I think I need to go out and see you guys, because I got to see this guy do this.
All right, this is like the third time you've said that, so you better come out.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because I mean, Bon Scott was like what, 5'6" and 110 pounds soaking wet.
Yep.
Yeah, he's a little dude.
And we
that
don't
whole
have
band was. You think about it, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have video in here, but the people who know me know that I'm about 6 feet tall and I weigh 220, and this dude dwarfs me.
I'm going about I'm about 6'4" and I weigh over 220. And,
Wow.
And also I sound like Barry White.
Yeah, right. So to come out with the Bon Scott thing,
right,
it's pretty amazing. And so what else? What other kind of music are you guys doing? What are people going to hear from you?
Like Stu already said, Tom Petty. So we played at the VFW in New Lenox last Saturday, and we did a whole block of Tom Petty.
Okay.
6 or 7 songs, something like that.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And people were digging it.
That would be a block.
Yeah.
It was a petty block.
Do you do all of them in their entirety, or you do them in like a form of a medley?
No, we do them in their entirety. So yeah,
Thank you.
We will do some medleys, but usually, like we would do Bad Mary, so Bad Moon Rising into Proud Mary,
Right. Okay.
But it was still in its entirety, though.
Right.
So one would end up boom right into Proud Mary. You know? So
we also do a thing that a lot of other bands do, where they mash songs together.
Right.
But we tried to strive for mashing songs together that don't belong in the same room.
Sure. Well, that's how you make it interesting.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So we do a lot of that.
And then we see who catches it, and we're surprised how many people catch it. You know, it's like, So one of them, I mean, we could say it, but one of them is Just Got Paid, ZZ Top, right?
Right.
And then when that whole breakdown towards the middle, you know, and it's we go into Black Sabbath, Heaven and Hell.
Oh, wow.
So instead of that part, then we go doom, 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 you know,
Right.
sing me a song. You know, we start doing it.
Wow.
And then people come up, love the Sabbath, man. ZZ Top, that was awesome.
Yeah. And do you go back
it's kind of like, oh, thanks.
then do you go back and finish the ZZ Top?
Yes.
So and do you play the Black Sabbath song in its entirety?
No, we just do one verse.
Just do a verse or so.
Yeah, just one verse and then out back into ZZ Top.
Yeah, that's not so bad.
ZZ Sabbath.
For several years, everybody jumped on this bandwagon of, okay, we're going to do 100 songs in 30 minutes, and it's like we've had bands open up for us at festivals, and I just want to go up on stage and smack somebody and say, just play the whole damn song for crying out loud. I can't take it anymore. It's every 30 seconds you're switching the song. I'm like, I'm done. It's like riding in the car with your friend that can't stop changing the radio station.
Right. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, annoying. Yeah, because what was that band that was on YouTube at Axis of Awesome? And they did all songs that all were similar.
Okay.
And like C, F, and G. And they did like Don't Stop Believing into something else, and they were all like the same song.
Yeah, right.
But it was the same chord structure, but they did a snippet of each one, and it went on for like 10 minutes, It's like, holy crap.
Right. Yeah.
I didn't realize all the songs were so similar, but it was pretty wild.
On the Dark Side, John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band, ROCK in the USA, What I Like About You. You can just keep playing that same riff over and over again. Oh, end of the set.
Oh, and speaking of
we're going to take a break.
Medley then, we do a medley of ROCK, now that you brought that up, into What I Like About You. What I Like About You, into Cherry, Neil Diamond. Same thing.
Yeah, same thing. That works too.
Yeah, so.
Okay.
But we reserved that for like more dancier stuff like the Croatian Club, where people will actually dance. Right. And like that kind of music, right? So
I love the fact that the Croatian Club has its own built-in dancers. I mean, I mean, I saw a friend of mine's band play up there.
Right.
And they played, what was the song? It was Aqualung by Jethro Tull.
Right.
People were 30 people up there dancing to Aqualung.
Yeah. Were they all skipping around like they were playing air flute?
No, that would have been even better.
Because it's like, okay, how do you dance to that song? Well,
they were doing it.
You skip around like you're doing the pan flute thing.
So this
I couldn't believe it.
This built-in dancer thing. What are they like in a closet? And then they
bring out the dancers.
And they dance, and then
it's like
they put them away.
They come out.
There's actually a dance group of people that dance or dance clubs that comes out there every week.
Right.
Yeah.
They're retired and they just want to have fun.
That's cool.
Yep.
Nothing like a bunch of 60, 80-year-old people dancing Aqualung. You got to love that.
Yeah. I couldn't believe it. It was cool. I was like, wow. Okay.
I'm still imagining the flute thing, the air flute.
Fair use.
But I know
Think of it with duck lips.
Yeah, no, but I totally know what you're talking about because, like I said, I've played there, and they show up, and that's what they want to do. And when it comes to the line dances and stuff, and they do line dances every once in a while, man, I've never seen a group of people get more serious in my life when they're about to start a line dance.
Wow.
They all look at each other like for
step
approval.
aside. We're coming in.
Is it time line dance? And they all stand up and they adjust their clothing and they look at each other and there's no smiles. Okay, let's go. And they start doing this line dance, and everybody gets out of the way like there's a line of tanks coming in.
And they can like line dance to any song.
Any
song. Doesn't have to be a country song. They'll line dance to anything.
Absolutely anything. Yes. Man.
I played in a band and I saw a group of people line dance to Sweet Home Chicago.
Yeah, no, you
as
can
long
do
as
that.
it's got that feel, you know,
You got that beat.
that
Yep.
bouncy beat. Yep.
Yeah, no, you can do that.
So we try to cater to the place that we're playing at. So
Right.
we have a lot of dance stuff. We have a lot of just rock, a lot of sort of rhythm and blues kind of stuff, whatever. So whatever that place is, if it's the first time we're playing there, we'll sort of just guess or go see bands before we get there and see what it's like.
Right.
And then we'll cater our set list, you know.
Who does your set list? Which one of you guys puts it together?
Well, either Stu or I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Depends on who booked the job.
Oh,
Yeah, usually who
whoever
books
booked
it,
the job
yeah.
knows.
Does Doug do anything?
He plays bass.
He just looks pretty, man.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
That's it. That's all I do.
Yeah.
And he's actually a pastor at a church in New Lenox.
Okay.
So we call him the band pontiff.
Okay.
So if we ever get possessed or something, he can take care of us. And then like me, I couldn't play guitar at one time and he said a prayer and then I was good to go.
Yeah, but you lost your talisman, was the
Yeah. Well, yeah, sort of like Kiss, like when they lose their talisman, then they can't play anymore. And Doug comes in and
Mr. Miyagi, you or something like that?
Right, Doug. So he is a pastor at a church and people always freak out on that too.
Yeah.
It's like, so your bass player's a pastor? Yes. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you got
Okay,
that
what
up
is-
at the.
So much for the sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
You got that up at the
Just turn the
VFW.
other way.
The VFW guy comes up to me and goes, "Oh, are you the pastor?"
Yeah. Well.
I just belly up to the bar when that goes on. So
Yeah.
Sacramento wine, please.
right.
So do you get to play bass in church?
No.
No, you don't do that.
No.
No.
Nope.
He does get to sing, though. He gets to sing.
Well, yeah, I do get to sing, and we live stream our services, and I have my microphone on usually, but the music is by organ, and we sing hymns out of the hymnal. So
Right.
I'm Christy from Crime Cave Podcast. I've had a huge interest in true crime since my days of watching marathons of Snapped back in the mid-90s. I needed an outlet to talk about the cases that have haunted me for a very long time. With each episode under 20 minutes, I shine a light on some of the most bizarre cases in the last 50 years. Join me in The Crime Cave.
Hi, I'm Rick Anthony. I'd like to thank my radio brothers, Ray the Roadie and Hollywood Mike, for allowing me to tell you about my podcast, the Someone You Should Know podcast. We spotlight musicians, authors, and interesting people, and we like to say we're making a difference one artist at a time. The podcast is heard twice a week on Mondays and Thursdays, and you can check it out on your favorite streaming platforms and on the web at someoneyoushouldknowpodcast.com. That's the Someone You Should Know podcast with me, Rick Anthony. Making a difference, one artist at a time.
Okay. So how you guys finding your gigs? You guys working with booking agents or you guys doing it yourselves?
We go through a booking agent. We find most of it ourselves. Got a semi-decent reputation. We're trying to work our way out towards Indiana. Trying to work our way east. You hear that, Indiana?
Yeah.
Side Effects wants you. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough because there's a million bands out there playing. So
I have to ask, why? Why Indiana? I've never heard anybody say we're trying to work our way toward Indiana.
Well, he lives in Crete.
I live in Crete.
Okay.
He knows a lot of people out there, and
There are.
I know they have a lot of bands. Yeah,
There's a lot of venues.
A lot of
there
venues.
is.
Yeah.
there.
I thought the Blue Chip is a great place to play. It sucks loading in, but once you're in the stage and where you play, it's a great spot.
Most casinos are terrible to play at. For the load in.
The
This
blue
one-
chip stage is about as big as our studio.
The Blue Chip stage is it's not big. Everybody plays behind plexiglass and the whole bit because they want to control the sound. But the load in, it's literally you walk about the length of 2 football fields.
Same thing with Harris right here.
Yeah.
Same thing with Harris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and God forbid you forget your driver's license, man. They won't like.
Oh
that.
yeah,
Oh,
you got
gosh,
to
yeah.
go to a different building in the back and get the passes, and then come around to the loading dock and
Yeah.
up the elevator. Oh,
And you got to give a skin sample so they can clone you because they can't let the real you in.
That'd be awesome.
Did you guys have any issues like playing at venues that you used to play in, as Revival? Like you said, if it didn't go over too well,
Actually, no,
you guys
not at
keep
all.
it?
No.
They were good with it.
Yeah, I mean, even at Revival, they everybody liked the music, everybody liked the band. It's just that we couldn't get out of the same 4 or 5 places that we were playing.
Okay,
it's like I said, everybody loved us, but yeah, I don't know. It's It was just a tough sell.
Mm-hmm.
It was a tough sell. I tried to get some festivals out of it, and they're like, "Oh, I don't know." You know, it's like,
Yeah. You know, it seems like the whole tribute band thing comes and goes. It comes in waves. You know, there was a time where everybody was in a tribute band, and then there was a time where nobody was in a tribute band. Then there was a time where everybody wanted to be in a tribute band, and then there was a time where nobody wanted to be in a tribute band. And it's like they won't go away.
Chicago is the tribute band capital of this country.
Oh yeah,
I mean, Chicago has more tribute bands than any other city in the world in the United States.
Absolutely.
So it's they're everywhere, and sometimes you get 5 or 6 of the same band. You know, the same
right.
tribute. You know.
Right. You know, I think a lot of that came out of the fact that if you want to be a musician right in the city of Chicago proper, I'm not talking about the suburbs, I'm talking in the city of Chicago proper, those club owners are only concerned about putting asses on the bar stools, right? What's going to do it? Okay. Your favorite band has a tribute band and they're playing. Okay. So everybody goes there because it's the music that they love, the music that they grew up on. They're going to pack the place with with people that want to hear that particular type of music. You don't get that in other cities for whatever reason or another. You're exactly right. Other cities, the major cities, LA, New York, Nashville, they're open to original music. And maybe covers, but doesn't have to be the same covers that you hear all the time. It's like, God forbid if I have to play Sweet Home Alabama one more time.
Well, there is even a tribute band weekend festival up in Kenosha every year.
There is,
It is all tribute bands.
All tribute bands.
Yeah.
We were just talking to somebody that they're going to that. Who was it? It was
what tribute band did you talk to?
It was somebody recent, and I can't remember who it was. But they said they were actually participating in that. Oh, the Dave Grohl guys.
Oh, Smells Like Dave Grohl.
Smells Like Dave Grohl. Yeah.
Love that name.
Wow.
They need to come out with a perfume.
Yeah. Smells Like Dave Grohl. They're actually performing at that.
That's right. They were the ones. Yep. It's Tribute Island Music Festival.
Right.
Really?
Right.
Huh.
But you know what, and to go along with what I was going to say, what I like about, being a musician in the suburbs is that there are places that are more open to original acts or non-tribute cover bands, which is a good thing. It needs to go that way.
Yeah.
More. So
I see you guys didn't bring any instruments, so I guess there won't be any live entertainment here.
I'm waiting for the Bon Scott.
With the
shook me all night long. That's perfect. That was just like him, wasn't it?
That was just like it. Yeah, absolutely. It was good. So any aspirations whatsoever to try and do original music? You guys?
We do some originals.
You do?
Yeah.
Excellent.
We don't play them out a lot, but when we do, we usually get a pretty good response.
Yeah. And what are they like? Are they, classic rock sounding songs? What's your style?
Well, no, so far there's instrumentals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I've always been writing instrumentals for a long time because I love all the guitar gods, Steve Vai and all these guys, Joe Satriani and stuff like that. So,
right.
So we got one song called Spunk. That's actually it's everywhere, Spotify and Amazon Music, all that stuff. So
It's a song, you mean?
A song, yeah. Yes.
Spunk is on everything. That's just
we've all been
everywhere, everybody. If you're looking for spunk, it's everywhere.
Right. Yeah, see, some more comedy even in the name of the song.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But yeah, I was talking to these guys for a while about if they were open to do some original stuff, So Yeah. So I'm not.
Apparently, you're not getting anywhere.
I'm ready to do anything, anytime.
But yeah, so I mean, you've been doing this for a while, and you just start learning the songs after songs after songs. After a while, they all started to just blend together, and it's just okay, another gig,
Right.
And then it's not really about playing the song. I mean, it's about performing it, right? Because you know how to play it because you've been doing it a million times, but you perform it for that night for who you're playing for, right?
Right.
Because chances are those people, some of them haven't seen you before, so you always give it your best. But I don't know. It's just so weird. I don't get sometimes the music scene where sometimes you have these bands and they're just horrible, but people love them. You know, I kind of wish sometimes people were a little more discriminating in their musical taste.
Yeah.
And so you wonder, okay, is it who you know, not what you know, kind of thing, right? Which is Chicago. I know in a nutshell, but you just kind of like, wow, okay. Man, what are these guys doing? We're not doing because they got a huge crowd or whatever, wherever they go, right?
Well, Mike said it earlier. A lot of these bar owners, all they care about is how many butts in a seat. You put in a seat.
Yeah,
right.
I don't care what you play. How many people can you bring in there?
But then there are a lot of good owners out there that care about music and they want to. I've always said, when a club owner asks me that, hey, how many people can you bring in? This is my job.
Yeah.
I mean, as club owners, sorry, it's not my job.
Right.
My job is to entertain the people you bring in the door.
Right.
And I will entertain the out of them.
Right.
But I'm not going to bring in, if I bring in a half a dozen people, consider yourself lucky.
Right.
That's not my job.
Right.
My job isn't, I will advertise it. Everybody that I know will hear about it, but I can't guarantee you people.
Right.
And nobody really can. Well, I guess there are some bands that can. So people follow them around, I'm not going to name them, but it's,
right.
We all know who they are.
Right.
Yep.
Right. Have you ever dealt with like a bar manager or a bar owner that puts absolutely no investment in the promotion of a show that you have coming up?
Oh, yes.
You're doing it all.
Yes.
Right? And at the end of the night, they're like, well, we didn't have much of a showing. How do you respond to that?
I usually say, I didn't see any advertisement on your end.
Yeah.
And I'll leave it at that. And I mean, it's a tough stance to take.
Right.
But I mean, it takes a village.
Right. You know what? It wasn't a pay to play situation. If it's the kind of place where, I'm going to pay you $1,000 to rent your place and then I'm going to sell tickets.
Right.
Okay. That's different. I don't expect you to do any advertisement.
Right.
But if you're paying me X amount of dollars to come in here and provide entertainment, and I'm the only one, putting out the money or the effort or anything to.
But you said it right there.
Right.
To provide entertainment.
Right.
And that's the difference. It's like, and a lot of club owners will be like, hey, how many people can you put in here?
Right.
Not my thing, man. I will entertain whoever's in here. I'll entertain the hell out of them.
Right.
But I can't guarantee I'm going to bring people in.
Yeah, if you want to pay me as a hype man or a promoter, that's perfectly fine, but it's going to be a whole heck of a lot more than that $500.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Or whatever, or whatever the heck it is. What are you going to pay me as an entertainer or as your hype man? You want me to stand outside with a billboard over my chest? That's fine, but I charge $100 an hour for that. How long do you want me out there?
Yep.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah. It's tough. It's always, music business in Chicago's always been a tough scene. Always. Back before we were born, it's been a tough scene. It's, and it's not getting any easier.
Right.
And there's, like I said, there's bands are a dime a dozen. Mm-hmm. Good bands are maybe 50 cents a dozen.
Right. Something like that.
Yeah.
And again, it all goes back to, we have to put the butts on the bar stools. That's what it is. Yeah. It's all a business transaction. That's correct. That's all it is. That's why you have to find those places where, the bar owner wants music,
enjoys music,
loves music, enjoys music, promotes music. Right. And they understand that I'm hiring the entertainment for my patrons.
Correct.
Right. Is what it is.
I'll be honest. I love playing in bars. It's great.
Yeah.
I would rather play a private party any day.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, not me.
Parties. I love private party. Well, not a private party with six guys, but
you know what? I guess it depends on the private party. Like the main band that I'm in is Cadillac Groove.
Right.
Yeah, and we play weddings on occasion. I love doing weddings. Weddings are actually kind of fun. And
weddings are a blast.
Yeah, and I even went online and got ordained as a minister. I've actually married the bride and groom and then jumped up on and then emceed the entire reception and then jumped up on stage in front of the band. It was just, I mean, I love doing stuff like that, but there's some private parties where I end up being the babysitter as the front man of the band. I'm the babysitter. There's 20 kids. One of the things that we do in Cadillac Groove is we throw Mardi Gras beads to people who dance, women who dance, or, you know, kids get up at a private party and dance, right? After 10 minutes of that, it becomes, you know, can I have beads? Can I have beads? Right. And all of a sudden we've got a preschool in front of us.
Right.
And you know, and while their parents are drinking and having a good time, you're like, I want to be over there.
I'm a minister.
That is true.
I'm a minister too. Maybe we could start a new podcast.
There we could.
We could.
Yeah.
Universal Life Church out of Modesto, California. You've been one for a number of years.
Yeah. It's going on 10 years for me. I've actually married about, gosh, I've lost count. I've married at least 25 people.
Nice.
Couples.
Nice.
Doug, get in here.
Yeah. At least 25 couples. And I've actually baptized people.
Well, anybody really can baptize anybody.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah.
Well, I don't know what to say about that. I mean, I've been a Lutheran pastor now for 30 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you've married a few people.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Quite a few, and baptized a lot of babies. And so.
Well, see, there you go. There's your next gimmick. You start with the weddings, right? And you put together the whole package. We can even marry you.
Yeah. We will marry you. And then in 9 months, we'll come and baptize your child.
Honestly, that's the way it started for us. We started playing weddings and we treated the weddings like bar gigs because the way weddings started for us, it was fans that would come out to see us and then they say, hey, we're getting married. We want to have you, play our wedding reception. And they didn't care if we were setting up while their guests were having dinner and, we treated it like a bar gig. And then one day we get this gig where they're like, well, yeah, we don't want that to happen. We want you to be set up by 3:00.
Right.
Sound checked. Our guests are going to start arriving at like 4:30, right? You're not going to start playing till 7:30. And all of a sudden we started saying, well, yeah, time is money.
Time is money.
And then we started saying, well, do you need somebody to MC it? Because, we can MC it for you. And there's a few of us in the band that have taken on that duty.
Right.
And then we took it one more step further and said, hey, guess what? We got a guy that can marry you. Right?
Did you ever rock a bris?
No. No. But yeah, and it turned into like this whole package. So it's
cool.
It was pretty cool.
I mean, we had actually talked about that with him being a Lutheran pastor. Right?
Yeah.
It was like, But yeah, I think the MCing thing kind of just comes with it sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Because when we played a Croatian club, they actually had a cancer benefit going on that we didn't know about. Okay.
Right.
So we go there, the place is absolutely packed. Go in there and they're running this benefit. And then next thing you know, we're emceeing it. We're calling off prize numbers for, baskets that they were giving out and stuff like that. Because
5 song sets.
5 song sets. Name off, call off a bunch of numbers, do a couple more songs. And it was just like, whoa, Yeah. And that's actually when we found out about the group dancers because they came there. They didn't know what was going on either.
Right.
And they're like, well, we don't want to dance with all this going on, so then they left. Yeah.
Right.
And by the time the benefit was over, which was about 7:30.
About 8:00.
Yeah. Then it cleared out and it was just us and some crickets and the bartender. So.
Right.
And then of course I played my cricket, sound drop.
Right. Yeah.
While we were playing because we were playing crickets. But yeah. So yeah, I mean, that happens sometimes. You just kind of go with the flow, right? As in a band. Whatever it is, and you just try to make the best of it. So,
right. So are you? It sounds to me like the majority of the places that you're playing are the local clubs, the local VFWs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any kind of a promo package or anything like that? Where are you actively looking for more bar gigs or what's the deal?
We,
I guess the question is, how can bar owners find you, and how can we help get the word out for you guys?
Well, look us up on Facebook. It's Side Effects Band Chicago at Facebook, and our promo sort of on there. Give us a call. We'll talk about it. I don't know if we want to give out phone numbers on here or not, but you could call me up, Stu, 708-932-3820, and you can book us.
Yeah.
And we'll give you a hell of a show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah. So what do you guys have coming up? Probably we want to look at somebody grab a calendar and,
August
and look at like
sometime.
mid-August,
Mid to late
because that's about the
August,
time that this thing
September.
will drop. Tell us where you're going to be playing.
August, we got most of the month off.
Okay.
Because we have
Well, get his phone ringing now, everybody.
well, no, we have it off because there's a lot of out of town stuff going on.
Okay.
So yeah, ring my phone and we'll.
What you got going in September?
September's ready to go. Come on, people.
Okay.
Yeah, ready to go.
Yeah,
And those of you in Indiana, they want to go to Indiana.
that's right.
Yeah, I think I'm talked to the people at Northwoods Falls and they haven't gotten back to me, so I don't know what to do.
Yeah, there's a lot of that too. You go and talk to these people either in person or you give them a phone call and just never hear back, like ever.
You got to keep going.
Yeah, I know, right?
It never
Squeaky
happens
wheel
one
gets a
time.
grease, right,
Yeah,
for sure.
it never happens one time because you can only imagine. Every single band is hitting these guys up.
Yeah,
book my
for
band.
sure.
Book my band. We're the best band in the area. Everybody tells them that.
Yeah,
Right.
Every band's the best band in the area.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, every band's the best Southern rock band in Chicagoland. Every band's
Chicagoland's premier rock and roll band.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
That's Side Effects, Chicago's premier rock and roll band.
Yeah. No doubt. And we hit these places quite often, a bunch of times, and just never hear anything. It's like, okay.
It's
Well, the folks over at Gusto's, you just got to go in there every once in a while and they'll keep booking you guys. They're good people
Yeah.
over there.
Oh, yeah.
Brian, you talk to Brian over there?
actually we get that one through our booking agent.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Okay.
that's we're not we don't once we set up with Mr. Ruben Kincaid, we didn't we don't mess around.
Yeah.
But he
Ruben Kincaid.
that's not
Well, his first
last
name's
name.
Ruben, and we just call him Ruben Kincaid.
Gotcha.
So.
Gotcha.
But
gotcha.
we don't backstab the people that take us. You come to the dance with us, we go home with you.
we just gave you a clue. Guess how old these guys are?
Yeah.
Because everybody in this room is about the same age. 'Cause
right.
I knew exactly who Ruben Kincaid was.
And I was picturing the Partridge Family bus.
I'm pretty sure he was Danny's dad. You never know. Think about it, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Something.
He was always there.
Yeah, you look at those old shows now and you're like, something was going on there. I don't.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Little jetpack going on in the background.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Oh, it's taking a left turn. All right, let's bring
I was
it
going to
back.
say before this goes too far off the rails, I think it's about time we say thanks for coming in.
Thanks for coming in, guys.
Yeah. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, great
Thank you
checking
for
guys
having
out.
us.
Great seeing you again. You still look the same.
We can change that up for next time,
If you want, we'll
Costumes,
shave
duck
Doug's
lips
head.
and everything.
Yeah, duck lips. Yeah, maybe next time we're duck lips. Now we won't even know who you are.
Right,
you could be a different name. Look at the duck lip group.
You know what? We didn't even mention he's wearing a Gigantar
He
T-shirt.
is wearing a Gigantar. That's
am-
the big old Gigantar outside our studio here.
Yeah, absolutely.
I am a benefactor of the Illinois Rock and Roll Museum on Route 66. You see all this drywall done around here?
Yeah, yeah,
I finished it all.
yeah.
All the drywall taping and finishing it was done. I did.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think Danny did something here too.
Danny did. He did the in the lower basement. There's a bathroom down there, and he did a really wicked piano tile job down. It looks like a piano keyboard.
very cool.
You did the piano tile.
I did.
Wow,
Yeah.
man.
That's pretty cool, huh?
What did you do, Doug?
He blessed it.
Just played
He
bass.
blessed us.
Yeah, I just played the bass. That's it. Yep. Sit back and admire the work.
Just stood there and looked pretty. That's his job.
Bass players.
I
love
met
you,
the,
Doug.
I met the guy that put the piano keyboard thing in the tile. That's I wonder how many times that's been peed on.
Twice by me. Twice by me.
At least twice.
Oh my God.
This is definitely going to
That's
another-
right. With
another
that,
direction.
thanks a lot, guys. Hope to see you soon.
All right. Thank you so much.
Catch you guys later.
So, did you get any side effects?
No.
You got a little tick? You have a little tick? Maybe you got a side effect from a tick.
You could get side effects from a
See,
tick.
you can.
Yeah.
But we had side effects here tonight, and that was awesome.
Yeah. No.
Good to see them guys. You first time you've met them. I've met them before.
Absolutely. I want to go and see them because they sound hilarious.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun.
A duck lip kazoo.
Yeah, yeah. And
who does that?
And Doug plays bass.
Doug plays bass.
Yes, he plays.
That's
bass.
all he does is he plays bass. Yeah,
bass.
And he's got our blessing.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, not that he doesn't need it though.
No. We probably need his more than anything.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
But they're. It looks like they're having a lot of fun. Finally found their little niche in the music world out there.
Yeah, good for them.
It's too bad they have problems with the old band, but that happens.
Hey, it does. We should probably go find them. They're wandering around the museum.
They are wandering around, and they could be getting lost. So we better get going. So once again, thanks for listening to the podcast, and we'll see you guys next week.
The Rock and Roll Chicago podcast is edited by Paul Martin. Theme song courtesy of M&R Rush. The Rock and Roll Chicago podcast does not own the rights to any of the music heard on the show. The music is used to promote the guests that are featured.
Rock and roll Chicago.